Hello, I'm Mariana Estefania, and today I'm going to talk about A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. This book tells us a story of Evans Stronger, an old businessman who only cares about money and doesn't and he doesn't like to helping other people, and he is selfish, unfriendly, and does not like helping other people. On Christmas Eve, he is visited by the ghost of his former partner and by three other spirits who shows him scenes from his present, past, and future, and so that shows like stronger to learn important lessons about friendly, kindness, generosity, and the importance of the family and friendship. One of my favorite parts of the book is when Strong visits the Cratchit family with the cause of Christmas present. Even though they don't have enough money, they are grateful and happy with what they have. And I think this part is touching because it shows us like it, being happy, and it's not depend of being rich, or they show us like we only need like to see the things in a different way and in a right way with happiness and always being grateful, and even if we don't have like the things we always wanted, but always being grateful, and so like grateful with God or whatever you think like it's God. And for that reason I think the people is happy because the people is grateful, and for that reason that was my favorite part of the book. I also like the characters in the story. Stronger in especially that was my favorite because he had like a lot of change through the story. At the beginning of the story he was selfish and a cool person, but at the end of the story he becomes a kind and careful person. I also like Teeny Tim because he's a positive and a helpful child. And of course, one of my favorites too was Bob Crouching because he's a hardworking father and who loves his family, and he reminds me to my dad. So for that reason, they are my favorites. The part I liked the less it was when Strongest sees his future and discovered that nobody is sad about his death. I think it's a very sad part, and although it's necessary because it helps him to realize that he needs to change the actions for being a good person, because the consequences of his actions are going to give that part of nobody missing him, and that was so sad for me. So that was one of my less the part that I liked less because it was sad just for that, and I feel so bad about him. Finally, the ending was excellent for me, um, because it shows us like the people can change and improve about the mistakes that they had before, and they can learn about that and become a better person, and that's what's happening in this book. So I like it. Overall, I really enjoy reading A Christmas Carol because it teaches a value about kindness and careless and the true spirit of Christmas. And thank you. That was all for me. Thank you for listening.